Hi, it's David here. So we're heading for late July and August, and despite our best efforts, Mother Nature always gets a win over us eventually. So I don't know if you can see down here. So this is the last peg on the dam wall. Let me just show you. So there we are. So we're on peg 29 on the dam wall. Is it 29? Yeah. Peg 29 on the dam wall. And right at the end of the loch, there's the gator, there's the bank. You can see we've got the weed bed here that grows. Behind it you can see algae, right? That's filamentous algae. Now the worrying part, yeah, if you can come across here, I don't know if you can see, but if I can try and zoom in. So the bottom of the loch now is just covered in, yeah, look at that, wee algal patches. And at this time of year, look at the bottom of that loch, it's just alive. At this time of year, that'll double, with the water being that warm, it'll double in size every few hours. Everywhere you look, you just see the green coming. Let me try and go down a bit further towards the end of the peg. There you are, it's a bit more obvious here, look. You see it? You see that green? Mother Nature always wins. The best we can do is hold her off. We've done very well up to now. But I'm not giving up the fight just yet. Look at the bottom of that loch. Look at that. Can you see that? Just alive. Anyway, we're here to talk about the algae. So that's been repeated right across the loch at the dam end. This is just where the lee of the wind, sorry, the wind pushes it in here most. Any algae fibres or cells will have been pushed down here. They eventually wash up in the back here. They get caught behind the rocks or behind the weed beds. The water's warm. You're not getting the protection of the dye that's in the water, so it's perfect breeding conditions for algae. If I took no action, this end would be unfishable within a week. It would be thick filamentous algae from the bed of the loch to the surface. It would pancake on the surface, and it would stretch from the bank edge out past the pegs, and it would probably go out to about 16 feet out, and that would be right up and down this side. And if I left it long enough, eventually the whole loch would be just surrounded by a ring of algae. So I have a treatment. I only use it at this time of year when the algae is sort of manageable. I don't know if you can see there, but there's green starting to show everywhere. I maybe left it a day or two too late, but I've got a treatment here. Let me just get it open for you. It's one of those security cap things. Child-proof. There we are. So it looks like, I don't know, dust. It's just a powder. See how it's like a chalk? Just breaks up into a fine powder. And what we'll do is, nothing fancy. We'll use this end as an example. So you see here, there's already bits of algae pancake in there. So all you're doing is finding these spots, getting a hold of this. Do that. That'll kill it. Right, so I'll just treat this whole area. Try and get as much coverage as you can. There's no right or wrong way to do it. Just don't do all your water at once, because as this decomposes, obviously it lets off toxins and gases. And absorbs oxygen, and if you do too much at once, you'll deplete your water of oxygen and kill everything. So it's important to just do sections at a time. Not too bad on a water this size, but a smaller pond, a domestic pond or something like that, I would definitely just do a wee section at a time, no more than a third or 25% at a time. Now I'll just throw this out here, it will sink. This will not beat it. The best I can do now is hold it back. The weather's going to play a huge part of it. See how it sinks right to the bottom and gets right to the problem? You see, there you go, you can see it going down now. Right, so I'll just continue, because it's obviously everywhere, and I'll come right along the dam wall here. I'll treat as much as I can. Look at this, straight in. And we won't win, but it'll hold it off another week or two. And then I'm afraid, you don't stop throwing money at it and start throwing muscle power at it. And the best way to treat this end is the waders nets and a bit of elbow grease. It's only for a few weeks of the year. Yeah, you can see how that's going down. Well, the vast majority is going down, you see it, subsurface. That'll interact with the individual wee pods of algae that's down there, and it'll hold it off for a period of time. There we go. So I'll continue with this. As I say, this will be the last sort of money we throw at the water this year. You can never beat Mother Nature. The best we can hope to do is hold her off. And so far we've done okay. So I'll continue with this. And then I'll have to go and get the guys some new waders, I suppose, because they'll be wearing them a lot over the next few weeks. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Good luck with your algae wherever you are. Right, so I've just been treating a bit of the lock as we come back to peg 29, the very first peg. And look, you can see it already starting to die off. It's been literally 5 minutes. Let's see if I can zoom in there. You'll start to see the algae change colour. You see how the treatment's right in it now. It'll change colour and it'll start to just drift off. So we'll come back here in about 10 minutes just to give it some more time to work. And then we'll net out. That's the important part, is netting out the dead algae. If you don't, that decomposes and robs you of oxygen, and it's also a great food source for your plants next year. So if you can, get out any cut or dead algae weed that you managed to remove from the loch. Top tip.